Hi everyone, I am Shantae. I am Shanteezy on Twitter, Instagram, on YouTube. I'm Shantae. I here with a short snippet of my analysis that I do on my Instagram. Once again, you can follow me on Instagram. I am Shanteezy, the same as my Twitter. It is I am Chanteezy. So I covered the coronavirus today. So I have some of the numbers for coronavirus. So here we are. As today, August 5th, 2020, globally we are at 18,727,530. So I'm sorry that I botched that up. So I'm going to say it once again. Globally, we sit at 18,727,530. So we're almost at the 20,000 mark. Excuse me, the 20 million mark. Keep saying thousand, million mark. The 20 million mark across the globe with the 188 countries that have COVID-19. Here in the US, we account for a fourth of those cases. So our country sits at the USA, 4,821,287. So once again, that number is 4,821,287 cases of COVID-19. We hit 4 million almost about 2 weeks ago from today. Well, almost, no, yet 2 weeks ago from today. So we're almost at 5 million cases of COVID-19. Our death toll is at 158,171. So we're almost at the 160,000 death toll. Almost 5 million sick, almost 160,000 Americans dead. And of course, like I said, we have no national strategy. This administration has no plan. This administration wants to open up schools, keep saying that we have a low fatality rate, which I already read the fatality rate to you is at 158,000, a little over the number than that. We almost have 5 million Americans sick. A lot of Americans are losing their homes. Half of them lost their jobs already. Businesses are closing, such as our favorite retail stores are closing. That includes New York & Company and Taylor Loft, Lane Bryant, J. Crew, Brooke Brothers. Those stores are in trouble. And I heard Victoria's Secret might be in trouble too. So that's where we are in terms of COVID-19. You can't solve the economic crisis unless you solve the public health crisis. That is the recipe of having a great economy, especially in the United States of America, which 60% of our economy relies on consumer spending. That means going to the grocery store, going to the retail store, buying online, you can say, but mostly physically going to the store and going shopping. Having events in large crowds, concerts, arenas. There's some arenas that are closing down. So this here is devastating to the American economy. The public health crisis is damaging the economy. The economists said that there will be a recession, but not resulting from the pandemic. And it's going to be not a result because of the pandemic. So that's where we are in this country and across the globe. We're banned from other countries because we can't contain our coronavirus because we have the most cases on the globe and we don't have the largest population in this country. We're performing, 40, 50 million tests so far, 60-some million tests, and we're not still performing the amount of tests per day. It's only 800,000. We should be testing 40 million people per day from a medical expert. So this is where we are in COVID-19. It's real in the field. He keeps calling this virus the Chinese virus. This is not the Chinese virus. It is not the China virus. It is not the Wuhan virus. It is the coronavirus. Or COVID-19, which is coronavirus disease of 2019. And I'll leave it as that. Moving right along, Cori Bush won her congressional primary against longtime Congressman William Clay, who is the son of the former congressman that had that seat since 1969. He had that seat since 2001. It's almost been 20 years since he had that seat, and apparently he has not responded to the needs of the people. He has not shown up to the Ferguson the Ferguson protest when Michael Brown passed away. Was killed by cops, according to an NBC article that I read. So kudos to Cori, but to Ms. Bush, I say this to you. I hope you expand on your political leverage. I hope the likes of some of these progressive organizations do not taint your success. You have a bright future ahead of you. Your kids have a bright future ahead of them. And you don't need the likes of some of these progressive allies on the outside. Not the ones in Congress, but on the outside, to ruin what you got going on. You, Jamal Bowen, the other guy from the upstate area in New York, Richie Torres is not a part of that, so he don't count. But I'm just saying, don't let people ruin your political leverage, because you guys got a good thing going on. And you guys might join the Congressional Black Caucus. Expand, expand, expand. So that's where we are. So kudos to you, Ms. Bush. Now, the Veep stakes. This is such the nauseating process. This process is one of the fucking messiest process I think I ever witnessed in my life. To be quite frank, I never thought in my 34 years of life that I will have to look at this messy ass VP process from a white man. I'm giving that look and I'm crossing my eyes because I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's down to 5 women. 1 white, 4 black. I was watching a live stream with Angela Rye today. It was really good. Of Angela Rye. It was really good. She let people talk and I listened to the people talk. Most of what I've heard was the favorites were Kamala Harris, Karen Bass, and Keisha Lance Bottoms. Which Keisha Lance Bottoms is not in the running. So there was some Karen Bass, and there was, of course, it was Kamala. But then you have trolls on her page saying, heels up. So Angela Rye shut that down. Kudos to you, Angela. I appreciate she did that. Also, she is the intersectional candidate, Kamala Harris. And that's true because she had a lot of people not realizing it was LGBTQ, other people from different races and different walks of life supporting her. The problem was it was the Laura Beslans of the world who wrote trash-ass articles without any supporting facts, just people's opinions. It was an opinion article. When I started doing more of my research on Kamala, because when I saw that article, I was like, huh? And then when I do more of my research, because people was like, don't like her, don't blah, blah, blah. Because I was like thinking in my head, I was like, oh, why is she doing? But then when you read, it's like, I love her. She's awesome. I mean, I always liked her in the Senate, but I loved her campaign. And it was the most positive campaign. It was nothing negative about that campaign. That campaign was very positive. And I loved that. Her campaign was pretty positive. Pete Buttigieg's campaign was very positive. Julian's campaign was very positive. Cory Booker's campaign was very positive. Excuse me. It was a very positive campaign. Elizabeth Warren's campaign was positive, but then you had some of those progressive, like a good percentage was negative towards Kamala and Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar too. And it was wrong. And definitely towards Joe Biden. We all know Joe Biden's not the pick. He's not everybody's favorite. I do respect him as the vice president. I think he was a wonderful vice president. But the world is on his shoulders. And he should make a conscientious pick. And in my heart, I know it should be Kamala. But everybody's like, nah, because she didn't do nothing for black people. You don't know what she do until you do your goddamn research. It's just a plain and simple. I don't talk about, what Val Demings don't do, or Karen Bass don't do, or Susan Rice don't do. And Susan Rice is not an elected official. That is something that I wish people would get over. She'll be a good Secretary of State, but then again, you got Benghazi. She got the whole Benghazi. Donald Trump basically branded her. He branded her as the Benghazi. Benghazi. And it's sad. But he did. And that would gin up Tea Party 2.0. And Tea Party 2.0 is just as bad as the original Tea Party. The Marco Rubios of the world. I think he came out of that. The Matt Gaetz, the Jim Jordans, the Devin Nunes, the Kenneth McCarthy's of the world. That's the Tea Party. See my face? And the Trey Gowdy's of the world. That's another one. So, yeah, no. And it's no shade to Susan Rice. But, yeah, that. Also, Karen Bass. Now the Apple research has been weaponized on her like crazy. I don't think that right there will gin up Tea Party, as well as choosing Elizabeth Warren. That would gin up. Those three would gin up Tea Party like crazy. One moderate and two progressive would gin up Tea Party. Val Demings don't have name recognition. I mean, besides the fact that she was the impeachment manager, and I think she's awesome, she don't have any name recognition. So the only one I can see that, and it makes the perfect sense, and they have one of the best relationships, is Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. So I'm going to leave it as that. But I am going to announce that I am doing a live stream Instagram VP open forum where anybody can appear on my live or comment in the put their comments in the comments, and talk about their VP pick and why. So this will be on Friday at 10:15 p.m. So I hope you all will tune in, and you can follow me. My Instagram handle is I am Sean TZ. But until then, have a great